G'day guys, Phil here from Filthy Leather Co, and today I'm going to show you how we make one of our Australian-made signature leather belts. Okay, and these are where our belts start their lives. So we hand pick every hide. That guarantees we don't get anything full of blemishes, so we can then dish out the best product. So we cut these out of 3mm thick buffalo hide. We've got a few different colors. Today we're going to go with the nice brown and antique brass hardware, so let's get cutting. I've just used our strap cutter to cut us a 38mm belt. That's 1.5 inches, and that's one of your standard sizes. So what we're going to do now is, because we got these square edges, we're going to get it to the workbench and get these edges beveled and cleaned up. Alrighty. So it might be a little hard to see on camera, but what we're left with now is some nice rounded edges, and that just gives you a nice feel in hand once the belt's complete. So let's move on to the next step. I'm going to damp these edges and then give them a sand, and then we're going to move on to the polishing of the edges. This is definitely one of our most time consuming steps, but the end result is worth it, and that's why our belts do take so long to make. On average, they'll probably take anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour, depending on what we're doing. And this step here is what takes up majority of the time. So just going to get a rag. And guys, this is not a how-to video, this is a how I do video. So there's many different ways to do your belt, and over the hundreds, potentially thousands of belts that I've done, this is the technique that I found that works for me. So with every piece of leather, you'll find a different style or technique, or depending on where you live in the world, you'll have a different products available. But for me, this is what I know works. So this is one of the first steps to getting a nice beveled edge. Use a nice fine sandpaper just to knock over all those fibers. So we'll do this to both sides. Okay, so what we're going to use now is a product called Tokonol. This is more or less like an edge polisher. This has got some different waxes and all types of things in it. So what we're going to do is come over to here and just run this along the belt. So this is full of all different waxes and all types of stuff that'll really lock those fibers down. Alright, that looks pretty good. Okay, so next step, we're going to wipe down all that, push it into all those fibers, get a nice even finish. Then we're going to grab our edge beveler, and we're going to run over this until we're satisfied. Again, maybe hard to see on camera, but you can slowly start to see those rounded off edges start to take place. So what this does is, more or less, it's not about pressure, it's more about heating up those waxes so it can fall into place. It's looking good. Let's keep going. Okay, that looks good. Let's move on to the other side. Okay, and that's it there. Now we're going to polish these edges with a bit of canvas, and then that'll give us a nice sheen. We get a clean cloth. I'm just going to rub this down just to remove any of those waxes that may have found their way onto the front of the belt. Okay, now we've got that nice clean edge. As you've seen, I've just beveled all these edges. I often like to leave this edge raw as we do a lot of events, and it's nice sometimes to give the customers a bit of a reference point of more or less where the belt begins. So we'll leave this raw. It's not going to get seen anyway, but you'll see it on the back of the belt once it's folded. So now we're going to grab this is our simple little guide. So we're going to poke all the holes. Again, we are only a small shop. I know a lot of you have seen online all these big fancy machines that just cut all these out, but we still like to do things the old school way. So when we say these are handmade, everything is basically made by hand. Now we're just going to pop these holes out. So now we go and stamp the sides on the belt. And there we have it. We're also going to make our Made in Australia tag. So what we do, and this will come into play later. Okay, as we do a lot of belt repairs as well, probably 90% of the belts that come into the shop, they've failed around here. So if you can imagine, this will be where the fold is, and the buck will be coming out here. So over time, this bend here deteriorates, And that's one of the main reasons why we don't skive the back of our belts. Some manufacturers may skive this nice and thin just so it sits on your body a little bit more. As we do belt repairs, these are where we see the biggest failure. So to try to get more longevity out of a belt, what I like to do is just soak the bend in a little bit of water, and then all the fibers will absorb the water. And then once we do the actual fold, I guess what you would call wet molding, and then you'll get a lot more longevity out of your belt. Now while that's soaking, we're going to grab our hardware. So now we have all this hardware made for the shop. So we got that nice antique brass finish on the belts, and we also do a bunch of other variable colors that you can find on our website. So that's been soaking now. So that'll allow us to get a nice bend. And as you can see, it does hold its shape a little bit. And then once that dries, while it's folded over, you'll get a nice finish there as well. So we're going to slide our belt keeper. Okay, what we want to do now is set these front rivets. Then we're going to slide our belt keeper up. And this is also where our Made in Australia tag goes. So these tags are also made of leather, and it's just a nice little touch that we wanted to do. And then you have a finished belt end. So on the back side, you've got your sizing, and then you're also Made in Australia with our maker's mark as well. So let's move down to the end and we'll do some measurements and get this cut up. Okay, so this is a size 36, so we'll come down here. So that's our starting point. So all of our holes are 1 inch apart. Now we like to do our 6 holes, that just gives you enough adjustment. And then we come down 3 inches and we're going to lop this end off. And this is where you get our signature belt end, what our belts are known for. Okay, we're going to come back to our beveler and just finish these edges off. Beautiful. So as you can see, we've marked our holes. Then we're going to go through and punch them out. And then finally, we're going to place our maker's mark. Okay, so that's nice and center. Everything's just eyeballed. And that is the last step to one of our signature leather belts. There you go. We have a few different colors and styles, so hit the website and pick one up for yourself. Cheers.